Well, we talked about legends. There's one here that has won 9 times. It's Indiana's own Mad Dog, Bob Glidden. John Kernan caught up with him.
Back in 1973, Bob Glidden came to his first ever U.S. Nationals, and guess what? He won that day, the first of 9 career victories. He's tied with Tony Schumacher atop the all-time wins list here. And Bob, it's good to see you again. What do you remember about that very first U.S. Nationals?
Well, you know, to back up a little bit, we went to our first pro stock race at the Super Nationals in late 1972, and we're runner-up to Jenkins.
Yeah, Grumpy.
That, I guess, really was us being runner-up kind of kept us going financially so we could make it to the next year. And we came to Indy. Everything just turned out the right way for us, and we ended up winning the race. Quite a deal for us.
You know, you brought up that Super National second-place finish against Bill Grumpy Jenkins, gave you the financial ability to continue racing. You had quit your job as an auto mechanic at a Ford dealership at that time, right?
Yes, I have.
What possessed you to give up a steady paycheck to think you're going to make a living in racing?
Well, no, I still worked at Ed Martin Ford when we ran the Super Nationals in '72.
But then, when did you decide to?
Well, that winter I had to do one or the other. I couldn't put a full-out effort into the pro stock situation and work at the dealership at the same time, so I decided to go pro stock racing.
Yeah, and got your first pro stock car from Jack Roush?
Yes,
how did that come about?
Well, we ran super stock. We had 2 super stock cars. Etta drove one of the cars, I drove the other. And it got to the point where all the guys would protest us. At every race we went to, we'd have to take the engines apart. And it got to be such a hassle, we decided to go pro stock racing. And Jack and I had known each other for several years, and they had an old Pinto that they were going to sell building a new car. And Wayne Gap and Jack ran a points meet in Bowling Green, Kentucky prior to me buying the car. They blew the engine, broke the car apart, but nevertheless, we bought the car, we fixed up an engine and a spare short block and went to the Super Nationals. And actually ran quicker than Jenkins in the final, and he beat me.
Which car was your favorite? You mentioned you had that Pinto. Also in the late 70s, you had a Ford Fairmont, I believe, that just was knocking everybody dead.
That car, we ran that car for 1 calendar year and never lost a round.
Yeah.
But really, our favorite car was the '87 Thunderbird, the Motorcraft red and white Thunderbird.
Now, I want to go back to 1983, Lee Shepard in the finals here at Indy. What do you recall about that win?
Heck, I can't remember that far back. All I can tell you about Lee Shepard was he was a great racer.
And then also in '88, going up against the Professor, Warren Johnson. That's only, what, 36? How many years ago was that, man? You're right, that is a long time ago.
But, you know, I hated to run Lee, and I loved to run Warren.
The last win at Indy, against Warren Johnson in '88. To get that 9th win, what did that mean to you?
Well, every win was very important. And for whatever reason, things just seemed to click and go right for us here at this racetrack.
Yeah, you said it's a matter of luck a lot of times.
A lot of good luck, yes. Some things happened that were just really hard to understand. But, we've come here running very poorly in prior races and come here and win.
Yeah, that's a lot of luck. 9 career victories. Bob Glidden, a Hall of Famer, a true champion. And Bob, thanks for sharing the time with us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And thanks to all of our fans.